are not allowed to be themselves in a narcissistic family. Kids, are trained to shape shift. Yeah, and this is done, by withholding all that love and affection, silent treatment. I'm not going to speak to you. I'm not going to, express love and affection till the time you don't do things my way. Yeah. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing good and taking good care of themselves. So today I'm going to talk about, how narcissistic parents weigh down their kids, with all those unrealistic expectations and, upholding the family name, honor, and, all of that. And before I get going, I would request you all to like, share, subscribe the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys are updated whenever we put out a new content. So let us briefly understand, who these narcissistic parents are. Narcissists in general are insecure individuals, and they take help of manipulation, withholding facts, gaslighting, and all of the, bad stuff to project an image, yeah, to create a facade where they feel safe. Grandiose has their own way, coverts have their own unique way. So these narcissists, in general, genuinely feel entitled. They think that they are special, they deserve the special treatment, and the world has to listen to them and bow down to them. These narcissistic parents don't see their kid as a separate entity, separate individual with their own uniqueness and abilities. These narcissistic parents fail to understand that. They see their kids as an extension of themselves, yeah? And they really don't appreciate their kids being authentic. They don't encourage the kids, to be authentic or to be themselves and develop themselves in their own unique way. They don't encourage that. Yeah, they want the kid to be loyal and dedicated to them. They want the kid to do their bidding, and that's it. Narcissistic parents, feel entitled to such an extent that, they rarely apologize or, express gratitude if their kids do something. Or if the narcissistic parent must have done something wrong, which was genuinely wrong, these narcissistic parents don't, exhibit any kind of remorse, or they don't apologize, because their ego is, the most important thing, that has all their focus and attention. Yeah. So narcissistic parents rarely apologize or express gratitude if the kids do something good genuinely. Narcissists, feel entitled, so they don't think that they need to, apologize or, thank their children. The children are expected to do things for them. Yeah, that's how things are with narcissistic individuals. But when we look at the healthy parents, of course, when healthy parents do mistake, healthy parents apologize. Healthy parents express gratitude when kids do things for them. Healthy parents, are thankful and they express gratitude. And this fosters a healthy connection and a healthy relationship. Yeah, because both the parties are valuing the relationship. They are not, stuck in their ego trip. Yeah, and because of that, they are not expressing, things that, strengthens a bond, things that strengthen, any relationship. So healthy relationships are very different, healthy parents are very different. But when we look at these narcissistic parents, things are very messed up. And to tell you honestly, kids suffer a lot. They suffer in their childhood, having a narcissistic parent. When they grow up, the suffering never ends, until and unless one fine day they decide that, okay, enough is enough. Things are not going well since the time I'm on this planet. I need to do something about it. I need to dive deep. I need to think about certain things, and then I need to move forward. Once, this kind of a thought process kicks in, of course they embark on their own, individual healing journey. They get rid of the toxic stuff. They get rid of, toxic people from their life. So, once this kicks in, then they do the necessary positive changes and their healing begins. But till the time such an understanding doesn't develop, They are not experiencing or seeing something that is healthy and good. They are all the time surrounded by those enablers, flying monkeys, fellow narcissists. These kids don't get an opportunity to even think out of the box. They are trapped in that circus, and they are manipulated and gaslit on a regular basis just to serve their masters, in this case their narcissistic parent. Narcissistic parents lack empathy. They really don't care what happens to the kids or what the kids are going through on the inside. That is none of their concern. All what the narcissistic parents are concerned about is how well the kids are able to serve them with whatever they want or whatever they approve of. That's it. It's very transactional, instrumental and conditional kind of a relationship. Narcissistic parents will only display tiny bit of love and affection when they see that the kid is doing things their way. The moment they see that the kid is unable to do things their way, or the kid is unable to please them, they withhold all that love and affection, and that stunts the growth. Yeah, kids genuinely begin to feel that there is something wrong in me, and that's the reason why my parents are not loving me. But whereas in the reality is that the parents are narcissistic. Yeah, they can genuinely never feel what others go through or what others experience or feel on the inside, because of this lack of empathy. Plus, narcissistic parents have this inability to self-reflect. So narcissistic parents won't sit and speculate and think what went wrong, why did this happen, why did that happen. They are not going to think all of that. Yeah, that's something which is an alien concept for them. They know they are righteous, they know they are good, they are perfect, the world has to learn from them. And of course, when they have reproduced their kids, the kids have to learn and do their bidding, and that's it. There is no other way out there. Yeah. So these narcissistic parents, have a huge lot of unrealistic expectations, and in order to fulfill that unrealistic expectations, these narcissists take help of manipulation and gaslighting on a regular basis. They even triangulate things, because narcissists are image conscious individuals. They don't want to be labeled as the bad parent, yeah, or the abusive parent. So they take help of their flying monkeys and enablers to triangulate things. Yeah. So these enablers and flying monkeys might talk on their behalf. The narcissists are in general insecure being, and they are concerned about their image. They don't want their kids to start labeling them as a bad parent. These narcissistic parents want to maintain that God image. Yeah, they are obsessed in playing God. These narcissists are really crazy, and they strongly believe that they are God because they have given birth to their children, and the children has to obey them and do whatever they want till the end of their life. Yeah, that's how sick and messed up narcissistic parents are. So coming to the unrealistic expectations, unrealistic expectations might be absolutely opposite to the kids' capability and ability. Everyone is different and unique. Their set of uniqueness, they have their own good thing and bad thing. They might be good in something which the parent might not be good in. Yeah, and they might be bad in something which the parent might be good. Yeah, and that's what makes us human. We are not exact replica of each other. I might like something and my parent might not like something, and that's absolutely okay. In a healthy family with healthy parents, it's fine. My kid is not expected to be the exact replica of me. It's okay if he has his own path, she has his own path. Okay, as long as they are civil, good human beings, that's it. Yeah. Even five fingers are not the same. So how can you expect kids to be exact replica of parents? Yeah, that's absolutely bad and wrong to expect that. But these narcissistic parents, they survive on external validation. When people validate and when people praise, they like that. They want to be admired, and they push their children also into that mission. Yeah, now you have to perform good and you have to bring good name to the family, even though if the child is not equipped, even though if the child is not interested to do something, still the child is pushed. Yeah, and the child is pushed by withholding love and affection. I'm not going to love you, I'm not going to validate you till the time you don't do things my way. Yeah, so that is how things are in a narcissistic relationship. So these narcissistic parents, have unrealistic expectations. They might not have been able to do something, and they might, shift all of that expectation, that burden onto the shoulders of their child. So if they were unable to make a house, or if they were unable to, accumulate wealth, they are going to shift that onto their child. Now you have to do this. Yeah, because if I'm going to get a mansion, if you are going to, earn lots of money, if you're going to do this and that, I'm going to get good name. Yeah, I mean, their own small circle, I mean the narcissist circle, comprises of fellow narcissists, enablers and monkeys, and they are going to, brag and, validate each other that, oh wow, look, your kid is doing so much, oh wow, you have raised him well, he's now doing things for you and bringing good name. So, they have this exchange amongst themselves, this narcissistic ecosystem. So, the kids are, manipulated and gaslit to such an extent that I have seen some of the kids really getting into trouble. Yeah, and they get into trouble because they have this burden. They need to fulfill the dreams and desires of their narcissistic parent, the unrealistic dreams and desires. Yeah, uh, I mean, everyone's goal is different. Everyone is absolutely, unique in their own ways. We can't expect everyone to function the same way how we do. Yeah, that's not good, that's not right, that suffocates the child. But these narcissistic parents, are very goal oriented. They breed for a reason, they marry for a reason, they start a relationship for a reason. And the moment they see that they are not getting all of that stuff, you know they don't, take it that well. Yeah, they are going to further gaslight you, compare you, minimize you, invalidate you, antagonize you. In some of the cases, narcissistic parents are very physically violent and abusive. So, the entire goal of having a child, I mean, for these narcissistic parent, is to, bag in compliments, to accomplish things which they couldn't. Yeah, so now the kid has to do, now the kid has to fulfill all the unfulfilled desire and dreams of the narcissistic parent. In this process, the kid is unable to grow in a healthy way. Yeah, because all the time the kid is, burdened with expectations. You have to do this, oh, you're bringing bad name, oh, you're bringing shame, I did so much for you, all those payback reminder, guilt tripping, activating shame. Yeah, so narcissistic parents, aggressively, manipulate their kids. They don't spare their kids because it's their child. No, because narcissistic parents are very goal oriented. As long as they don't get what they want out of the child, they are going to, keep aggressively, manipulating the child, gaslighting, triangulating things, passive aggression, withholding love, stonewalling, silent treatment, the list goes on. And when the narcissistic parent sees that the kid is unable to, give them what they want, or unable to add in, feathers in their, cap of glory and honor, the kid is unable to add in further feathers. These narcissistic parents won't hesitate in scapegoating and, mistreating the child, ignoring the child, invalidating the child. In some of the cases, these narcissistic parents take things way too far. They physically discard their kids as well. Yeah, because the kid is not serving them, the kid is not doing, or fulfilling the purpose, with which the narcissistic person had bred the kids in the first place. So it's really sad, it's horrible, but that's how things are in our society. People enable, oh no, he did this for you, he did that for you. Narcissistic parents do a bare minimum, but they do a bare minimum as parent, but the damage that they cause, or the damage that is caused, by their manipulation and treatment, is beyond repair. In some of the cases, the kids are just broken for entire life. Narcissistic parents are selfish. They will live their life, manipulate their kids and die. Who suffers? Who gets to suffer throughout life is these children, because they are messed up, lots of cognitive dissonance, no closure with what happened exactly with them. And these kids are more prone to attract, narcissistic and toxic individuals, because these kids didn't, get a taste of what healthy family and healthy relationship looks like. It was all dysfunctional, messed up, and then they attract more mess and more, chaos in their life, and their entire life is ruined. Yeah. So the first thing is this unrealistic expectations of these narcissistic parents. And narcissistic parents have loads of these unrealistic expectations. They might not be able to do something, and they might be well aware that their small child might not be able to do things, but they don't care. They just want it, and they want the kids to aid and enable their mission, and they are going to burden the kid. And in that process, the kid, you know in a way you can say, betrays himself or herself. The kid is just programmed and conditioned to fulfill the desires and dreams of the parent. And God forbid, if the kid is unable to do things as per their expectation, the kids are humiliated, ridiculed, minimized, compared with the others. Look at their son, he did so much. Look at their daughter, she does so much. Yeah. And that further destroys and erodes the kids' self-esteem, self-worth. It messes up these individuals, these innocent souls. But does these narcissistic parent care? The answer is no. Lack of empathy, inability to self-reflect. They are entitled ones. It's my way, or there is no other way. Yeah. Narcissistic parents are also, expert in scapegoating. So every time the kid is unable to do things their way, narcissistic parents are going to gaslight the kid. Well, look at their child. They have brought so much of honor, so much of money, so much of obedience, so much of good name, into the family. They have added more to the family name, this and that. And, they are going to compare, in some of the cases, narcissistic parents might also invoke sibling rivalry. Yeah, by sidelining with the golden child, and then minimizing and shaming the other one, the scapegoat or the invisible child. And this creates sibling rivalry, and that's not healthy. There is no healthy bond that develops amongst siblings. Yeah, they are in competition with each other. My mother loves him so much, I need to do more to get her love. And that's absolutely bad. Everyone should be treated equally. But in narcissistic families, things are very different. They are very manipulative, and they really don't care that they are damaging their own kids. Narcissistic parents really don't care. They are very ignorant. Yeah. So narcissistic parents take help of scapegoating, and this regular aggressive scapegoating really erodes the child's sense of identity. Yeah. Because the child genuinely begins to believe all those gaslighting statements, not good enough. The child genuinely begins to believe that there's something wrong with me. That's why I'm not getting all that love and affection the way how my brother gets, the way how my sister gets. I'm not getting that because there is something wrong with me, and this is not good at all. Yeah. The kid grows up to be adult who has the same set of beliefs, that is, I'm not good enough, and that is the reason I did not get that much of love and affection. I was not the favorite child. The favorite child was my sister, the favorite child was my brother. And this is not healthy. Yeah. uh, Anyone who does the bidding of a narcissist becomes their favorite. Yeah. So in narcissistic families, there is this golden child, the child who is ready to take the burden. Yeah. The child who's ready to do anything and everything. When the narcissistic parents see the qualities, that the kid is very hungry, very curious, the kid is ready to do things for me, the kid is ready to listen to me and not question and argue with me, the kid might bring in good name and honor in future. So the narcissistic parents then make that child their favorite child, and that child is treated like a golden child. Yeah, everything good is given to him or her, and they have all that attention, admiration, validation from their parent till the time they are able to give the parent what they want. The moment these golden child is unable to give what the parents won't hesitate in scapegoating the golden child. So these titles are not permanent. When the parents see that they have another one in the line, I mean the invisible child is showing some of the qualities of being a golden child, they might demote this current golden child into a scapegoat. Oh, you're worthless, we spent so much behind you, and look what you have brought. You just don't care about the family name and honor. Look at their son, look at their kid. So this golden child will be scapegoated, and the parents are now going to shift their focus onto the invisible child or the scapegoat. Yeah, so kids are basically to do things for these narcissistic parents. Kids are basically to fulfill their unfulfilled dreams and desires. That's all. Kids are basically to bring in good name, and that's it. Yeah, kids are not allowed to be themselves in a narcissistic family. Kids are trained to shapeshift. Yeah, and this is done by withholding all that love and affection, silent treatment. I'm not going to speak to you, I'm not going to express love and affection till the time you don't do things my way. Yeah, so this is a very toxic thing that happens, and that is observed in narcissistic families. And this is very damaging. These kids have dysfunctional relationships when they grow up to be adult. They grow up with this feeling that they are not good enough, they need to do more, they are hyper vigilant. They might do more at work to prove themselves. They have validation issues, identity crisis. A lot of things happen when kids are exposed to such situation and circumstances in the family. Does the narcissistic parent care? The answer is no. Kids also, fear being abandoned. And this is something that the narcissistic parents take advantage of. Yeah. They are going to ignore the child, and the child wants a secure space. The child wants a secure attachment. Yeah, the child wants all that love and affection. In a healthy relationship, parents give all that love and affection. There is no condition, there is no payback reminder. But when we look at narcissistic families, parents misuse these kind of things. I mean, parental love, affection, they misuse this to get what they want out of their child. They don't care if at all the child is able or capable. They don't care. Yeah? If they want something, they want it anyhow. They can go to any extent, triangulating, comparing, minimizing, invalidating. Some of them are violently abusive also. I mean, physically abusive, verbally abusive. I mean, they go to any extent to get what they want. So these kids, they really don't want to be parted away from their parents, and they want their parents love. I mean, it's a natural thing. I mean, I wouldn't want to get separated from my mother. I would want my mother to love me. I would want my mother to accept me the way how I am. And I want my mother's love and affection, but all that love and affection is misused by these narcissistic parents. And they threaten the kid. Yeah, they put the kids in such a jeopardizing situation and environment where the kids are fixated in that fight or flight mode. Yeah, they feel unsafe, they feel unsure. Yeah, I need to do it, otherwise the love and affection will be taken away, I might be abandoned. Kids need that secure environment. Yeah, kids don't need to grow and function with this constant fear of being abandoned. Yeah, but this is something which is used by these narcissistic parents. Yeah, all those threats, I'm not going to speak to you, I'm not going to validate you. the parents start ignoring the kid, and that's horrible feeling. I mean, I was raised by narcissistic parents. All the silent treatment, all that invalidation, it's very painful for a child to go through all of that. And it takes a lot of time and effort to unlearn all of that shit and relearn the right thing and start life in a new way. So it's a lot of work when you are raised and brought up by narcissistic parents. It's a lot of work for you. Yeah, it's not easy. So, all of this, fear of abandonment, the golden child, the scapegoat, the invisible, then all that unrealistic expectation, aggressive manipulation. The parent doesn't care what the kid is going through. The parent doesn't care to sit and talk out things with the child. No, such things are not there in a narcissistic family. So it's all about the narcissistic parents' dreams and desires. As long as the kids are able to do and fulfill that, things are okay. The moment the kid is unable to do that, you know what happens next. And that's not something which any child wants, when they are small, when they are young. So yes, this is all about all this unrealistic expectations and the different ways how narcissistic parents, burden their kids with all their dreams and desires. The kid has to uphold their, parental honor, family name, this and that, and the kid is ruined in the entire process. Yeah, nothing good happens after all this, or after the kid goes through all of this. Nothing good happens. The kid is messed up, the kid is broken, and the kid is scarred for the entire life. Yeah, so this was it. In case if you would like to add in something, you can always comment below. Please don't ignore the red flags. Till then, take care of yourself. Lots of love and blessings to all of you. Bye.